welcome to Halloween Horror Events Podcast, where we talk about Halloween haunt events.
From Halloween Horror Nights to Howlow Screamin' Orlando, Florida, and Hollywood.
Plus epic horror events in the UK.
We bring you news, plus rumors, and our honest opinions.
Now over to the three hosts, Simon, Phil, and Joe. Well, that is if any of them decide to show up.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and do whatever the hell you want. Anyway, right. Well, as you probably just heard, this is the HHE podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that bollocks. Yeah, links will be in the description. I give Phil more work to do. So, speaking of Phil, we actually do have two hosts again today, boys. We have the lunatic Cole, who changes his mind every 3 days of what name his YouTube channel is, Epic Phil or Phil G Travel now.
Phil G Travel, about 2 months.
And then we also have Joe, who's finally made an appearance. We think he's been let out of the dungeon by his wife. So,
hey, can I take your place? Going right over Joe's head. I'm doing good, mate. And as today, I've got my little tumbler with a beer. I feel like the Ghostbuster tumbler makes sense. Oh, Simon's got a Ghostbuster t-shirt home.
Well, as you're probably realising, we've all got a bit of a Ghostbusters themes. We do have a Halloween Horror Nights announcement. Probably one of the worst kept secrets of this event. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is going to be officially at Halloween Horror Nights. And with that being said, I can't share anything because he's not set it.
Why are we setting up so early to share things? Fuck. How is everyone at home? How are you doing? I am the one who wants to talk to you, lovely people out there, and all you who do subscribe. Thank you very much for being part of the Twitterverse, or X, Instagram, and everything else like that. Simon doesn't. The truth is, Simon doesn't know what he's doing, and I guarantee if he tried now, it would work fine.
Yeah, it will do, because he's actually letting me allowed to do it.
Bought yourself some time there.
Yeah. Very clever move. Professional.
Right, so here we go. Share sound.
Oh, smell that beer.
So here we go. It is the official trailer from Halloween Horror Nights.
Warning: unusual audio-visual activity in your house.
I love this town.
You're on thin ice, buddy.
Yeah, if you say so.
Mijo, get your butt in here. You left the TV on and this room is a disaster. The wrong neighborhood.
Face an icy new evil. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Only at Universal Halloween Horror Nights, where horror lives.
Right, I'm going first.
I thought you would.
Before you go, if they don't bring a Ghostbusters Icy out now after bring an Icy new, they're missing out. Go on, Joe.
Right, I'm going to get the negativity out of the way. What the fuck?
Not yet. There's a lot of negativity coming, mate. Don't worry about that.
They had such a good opportunity. I'm not even hyped because of this. Like, I don't know. I just sound negative. I know I sound negative, but Did that trailer actually get anyone excited?
Not me, no.
No.
I can't say trailers get me excited, mate. Other
Yeah,
things
mate,
do, but not trailers.
Go back to HHN 29 when you first saw that Ghostbusters.
We will do.
Tell me you didn't get goosebumps seeing that first one.
We'll get back to that.
We will get to that. That's a nice little spoiler there, Joe. Well done.
But yeah, we all just have a random proton pack in our house, so we can. Yeah, but
yeah,
I can see why they're doing it because they don't want to give anything away. But it's one of them. It's I haven't got
it like it is, Simon. It's fucking shit.
Yeah, well, I haven't got a picture of the. Well, I haven't got a picture of the preview shirt because I don't think it's worth fucking sharing because it's shit.
Cheap shit.
Well, the thing is, I've said this before, and we had this discussion on X with this guy, and he agrees. It's shared merch. It's to save money. That's the main prerogative of it. Because I'm not being funny, but if I want a Halloween Horror Nights shirt for Orlando, I want the I want the Orlando arches, not the Hollywood arches. And if you know what we're talking about, it's on Twitter. Go and find it. HHN Speculation Matt, was it? Who shared it? Bill's the guy who knows, but yeah.
But even the print quality looks cheap. It just looks like something they've made in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Mass produced. Phil,
what's your thoughts?
Positive. Yeah, I am the positive one, but actually, what wasn't I going to be positive about? Something it was. Yeah, I know what you just said. I got you right. Positive. It's Ghostbusters. Positive. They weren't the worst actors on the planet. Positive. I'm going to find them steps. Is it? By the way, was that recorded in Orlando or Hollywood? Do we know?
I don't know. It's definitely one of the streets. I think it's. I can't remember which street it is.
Because if it's done in Orlando, I want to go and sit on them steps and recreate it and make it better. But I'm excited. I actually really wanted Afterlife because it was a totally different area.
Yeah.
And I think Afterlife is actually more of a scarier movie.
It's a better movie.
But I think the monster in this one is better, the ghost monster at the end, but not in the film long enough. What was a big shame. I'm guessing that's budget for CGI. Yeah, tight ass Dan Aykroyd. But yeah, this will give you everything from Ghostbusters 1. You've got this. You've got the library. You've got the firehouse. So that's the main two things from Ghostbuster 1. They are there. One's going to be frozen this time, so that'll make it interesting. It's going to be a great house, guys, for aircon on a hot, sweaty night. It's going to be more, and it's going aesthetically, it's going to look brilliant. We're going to get Ray's shop. How awesome is that? I think that's where you start. Ray's shop. Let me finish. I've got the blurb. Don't you Donald Trump me. Don't you Donald Trump me.
I was going to try and get the blurb out before.
Otherwise, I'm going to go Biden, and we're going to lose all our people because I'm going to lose my train and my thought and forget where I am. Sorry, everyone. That is pretty much what the world saw this week. And anybody,
man, that was so funny.
We thought our politics was bad in this country. Damn, you're a train wreck. But anyway, we're not a politics show, so we'll move on. We're definitely going to get the warehouse where they do all the new stuff. So to me, this is going to be an awesome house. Trailer-wise, house, exciting. There we go. Yeah. But merchandise, yes, you're right. It's cheap, it's tacky, it's crap. I could get a print machine at home and done that.
Yeah, it does. It just feels like it's just the cops out. But usually the Halloween Horror Nights normal merch is better. Sorry?
What was we talking about?
I'm trying to talk. We keep interrupting me.
Has there been any merch that you boys have liked so far?
I like the original T-shirt in black and not orange, and that was it.
I've not really liked any. I like the logo, but that's about it.
Do you know what? Like even my wife, my wife's not big on the merch, but even she was like, "It's all been shit this year."
Anyway, I haven't got the official press release. Well, I've got the official press release what they said about the house. I've been trying to get it in for the last 5 minutes.
I'll get my feet
up. Interrupted him.
Well, you know what I'm like for talking, so I'm going to block you out so I can't see.
God, that's the best picture. I've got to say, do that again. That was better for us.
I get stuffed. The all new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire haunted houses at Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Orlando, and Hollywood, bringing the best the latest installment of the global Ghostbusters franchise. It says, to life, as well as iconic ghost creatures and characters from the beloved classic series in an authentic haunted houses that capture the horror and humour of what films are known. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire will transport fans of the franchise film to New York City, where the Spengler family team up with the original Ghostbusters, who are now at the helm of the top secret research laboratory for the Ghostbusting enterprise. So it's to see we've seen the film, we get to go in that. Looks like we're going into that lab. With the daunting discovery of an old relic, which will set free the vengeance spirit of Garaka, who threatens to freeze everyone to death. Ghostbusters, new and old, must join forces to protect their city and save the world from a second ice age. And Phil's just taking a piss. Anyway.
No, when you said that old relic, it just made me think of Joe Biden. I'm sorry, America. I am so sorry. If you looked at our politics, you would see we're a shit show as well. But we're just going to make fun of it.
As guests venture through the haunted houses, they will find themselves in the sinister world of supernatural, from Ray's Occult's bookshop, which Phil mentioned, to the Ghostbusters' new high-tech lab and the containment facility in the dank New York sewer system. Fans will embark on their petrifying journey alongside the Ghostbusters, encountering iconic ghosts with whose slime and whatever that word is, I can't read it, are out for vengeance. Or we're traveling to escape an army. I can't read the rest of that. It's fucking whoever wrote that needs.
He is the worst reader in this podcast.
I am.
And don't worry, I've got a paragraph from someone about these houses, so I'll get into these in a minute. And once on a whole paragraph to test me.
So yeah, in other words, we get to go through Ray's Occult shop, the sewer, and possibly the firehouse.
I'd rather go through Ray's sex shop.
That's in Bolton Town. Oh, well, it used to be in Bolton Town Centre, actually.
Simon was a regular there.
Well, literally, it's right outside of, I think it was Ritzy and Icon.
So,
the main,
boys, do you want me to read all these bloody questions? Yes. I mean, these reviews from people to us. So I asked, as per normal, what do you think of the bloody house for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire? And we have replies, and I won't get everyone's names up because some on Twitter and they've changed their names. It makes it confusing. Anyway, if you're known as the unknown original, this is your reply. I am excited for the house, but the video didn't live up, especially after the last Ghostbusters HHM video. Excited for the house either way. Dig the shirt as well. So that person likes the shirt. Sorry. We got Chemo Pero, I think the dog's Latino something. Didn't like the movie, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, of course. So that one's not really hyped. We got Mark Andrews. Can't wait for one of my favorite movie franchises and see it as a house. At my first HHN at HHN 29 was a dream. I'm now going to experience it once again. So yeah, the first HHM, we saw the first house. I don't think it's going to live up to the first one, but
yeah, that was like me as well.
Someone called Scouse, lanky dude. That'll be some shit hot ice cold aircon. Just damn straight.
Yeah. I've got a couple as well. Sure.
We got the next person. Megs is ready for HHM. Oh. Recently saw the movie and liked it a lot. I'm looking forward to the AC in the house, and I'm sure it's going to be a fun time. Maybe not the scariest, but that's okay. Hoping to see the lab with all the ghosts, kind of cabin in the woods feel. I'm not sure about the cabin in the woods feel. I was trying to figure that bit out, but maybe Simon can get there.
I never did cabin in the woods. It's one of the houses I never got to because it was 26.
Sorry, as I have a quick drink of beer. Move over to the Facebook people now. We have Leah Wallington. Not surprised, watched it last week. It did feel like it could make for a good house. 7 out of 10 on the excitement scale. Rob Turner, I've got to say, Rob's always commenting, so I love you, Rob, if you're actually listening. I think it could make a great house, some fun and interesting set pieces that could be had. Say, Ray's Occult books, the science lab, and obviously the firehouse, pretty much what we know is going to be in it now, with some cold elements that could have some fun playing around with. Plus, is an obvious big bad to use in the finale. That's going to be interesting how they do that big bad. It's going to be interesting. Right, Steve Wilson, I did it in the, I'll give him a shout, the After Dark Podcast Network in their patron chat. He's got 2 comments here. Personally, I'm looking forward to it. I enjoyed the original house a few years ago. Well, get a good few scares from a non-IP house, so I'm happy if it's just well-themed house with a few jumps thrown in. Finally caught up with the Acolyte, and I'm enjoying it. I can ignore that. It's not 2 comments. He's talking about the Acolyte.
Star Wars.
That's the only thing scary about Star Wars is if people like it. What's wrong with you? Star Wars is the biggest bore fest on the planet, like Fast and Furious. Joe, do you agree?
Yeah, mate.
Simon, we're moving on before we ask you. And Nick, Mr. YouTuber, I can't remember what his YouTube channel is, so I do apologize. I was going to give you a shout out, Nick, but I can't remember its name. Quite a long one as well, so it confuses me, and I'm dumb. I'm excited for that. He does movie reviews. I'm excited for
walking movies.
No, it's not. It's not what the channel's called. It's called Nico something. When we finish,
Nick's YouTube
I'll shout
channel,
it out later. I'm excited for GB Frozen Empire. I like the film, and the first one was a real fun house. So got that. Let's get past Nick. Did I forget to add the person who had the super long one?
I've got one for Mr. Willix that you may have missed.
Yeah, you did a Craig Willix one right now because I think I didn't add that either.
Yeah, it says, well, I'm happy for another IP announcement and for Ghostbusters fans. I'm not a Ghostbuster fan myself. Went through the 2019 house and it was okay, but nowhere near the top of my list of that year.
It'll be better in Doctor
Not
Who.
overhyped, not overly hyped for FE.
Frozen Empire.
Yeah. But I still need to watch the movie. I will enjoy the house for what it is. So another person who's not seen the house and
movie. Now he's not a fan of Ghostbusters. If you're not a fan of it, you're not a fan of it. Right, I've got it. It's called Marcus PTK, and this is long. So if you guys want to go to the toilet or anything, sweet. Looking forward to a new episode. Keep up the great work, all. Well, thank you very much. I'm burping because of beer. That's bad. As for this announcement, my feelings are mixed. The negative being that this movie was just okay and not very memorable. So to see it in an event instead of something like a Phantasm or The Frighteners is very meh to me. Also, we had a Ghostbusters IP at the event not long ago, which leads me into my next criticism. 5 years. It's long enough in my opinion. I know HHM recycles content. They have since the early years. However, this year is a bit too much recycling for my taste. The return of the Megan Horde not really been guaranteed yet. That I still think they might be part of the scare zone.
And actually, it was only a last minute. It never advertised for last year either.
Yeah, the Death Eaters. Well, that's the only thing you can put in the Potter area. So, she won't let anything else. So they're just just for something to be there, basically. Nightmare Fuel. Yeah, I agree with you. I haven't watched it once, and I don't plan to watch it this year. Insidious and potential Blumhouse scare zone. Now, Insidious. How many years ago was the original one?
2025. 25.
So it's been a long time then.
Been there 10 years.
Yeah, so a lot of us haven't seen that. So you got to remember, the event has grown so much. There's a lot of people coming now who never saw the original. And the potential Blumhouse scare zone. The scare zone, I think, is going to be pretty cool because I don't think you can really make very good houses, but there's enough good looking type.
Yeah, if you've got the cat. Well, we'll get into it when we get into the map. I think I'll give my thoughts on it when we get there.
Okay, we'll keep on going because this ain't nowhere near over yet, guys. A classic Monsters house. They're not happy with this either. Major Suite and Slaughter Cinema are all attractions we've seen at the event before, and recently enough, exception for Insidious. They did say about this now. Heck, you can technically lump Monstrous into the conversation too, as it was Hollywood last year. Yeah, but most people, especially come from abroad, don't go Hollywood. That's just a fact. As you can see, this is a lot of recycling, and it should also be mentioned it was confirmed scare zone budgets were cut last year. I expect them to be cut again this year as well. So this is coupled with the recycling has me nervous for the future of the event.
Yeah, well, I'll just say one.
Money wise, I'm going to say Epic.
One thing.
Past
that's it.
Do you know who was that from?
Oh, you got to go with that. It's not even finished yet, mate. I've got to still go. Marcus PTK. I told you it was a long one. As for the positive, so this person isn't negative Joe. Joe EU, by the way, as he's now known as.
Fuck off.
As the positives, I'm still very partial to the Ghostbusters franchise as a whole. In other words, I find ways to enjoy this house. Just please give me the Ghostbusters theme song at some point. It'd be stupid if they didn't. It should be at the end. That's the most I'd ask of this house. Another positive is the house will be freezing cold. Everyone's happy about that, and will feature elements of winter, which always love seeing in haunted house. Finally, I believe the house will deviate from being a book report scene to scene recreation of the movie. I love when Universal adapts an IP but makes liberties to present more than just walkthrough of the movie. Poltergeist and more recent Chainsaw Massacre did this brilliantly, but there's no guarantee for that. I was just gonna say I hope you're right, but there's no guarantee. We're getting close to the end. I think I've done well here. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this announcement. Cheer, boys. P.S. So it wasn't over while Joe's walked around his house. If you ever feel like your episodes are dragging on for too long, they're not. LOL, I enjoy your guys' personalities and can listen to all your banter on about anything and everything. Simon hates my banter because I just take the piss on purpose to wind him up. And he hates when Joe comes on as well, because me and Joe are like two petulant little children together, while Joe's muted himself unprofessionally. Like that. And Simon, Joe saying 1 minute, I think he's getting his vibrator charged. Anyway, Simon, you continue now. That was a long one. So if anything you want to pick out of that, mate, go for it.
No, I think he's hit most of the nail on the head. Like I said, when it comes to the speculation on the scare zones and stuff, I'll leave that till we get to that spec map. So, shall we cheer ourselves up with what a actual commercial should look like?
Okay, but before we do, thank you everyone who commented.
Yeah.
Every time you do, I'm shocked we get them. We love them. We love the communication, especially get us on X at HHE Pod. That is where most of our communication can happen with you with comments and everything. And also on TikTok on HHE Pod 1.
There's
Instagram,
two
we're
or three
lazy.
people. There's a couple of people that interact with pretty much every tweet we put out. So, I mean, you know who you are. So thank you. Yeah.
Well, should we cheer ourselves up with what a commercial should look like?
This was a party political message from the Raven Looney Party. Yeah. Now let's get a decent trailer up.
Well, this one was definitely done in Orlando.
See, they do.
Got no talking, nothing. One scream. That's it.
Didn't come to. That's because they didn't go to the wrong neighborhood this time.
But yeah, it just shows they don't have to. They don't have to do a big setup. They don't have to longer win it, because that one was what 25 seconds, and the other one was 1:30.
And I saw the right arches.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's anyway. Let's move over to our good friends at...
Can I just say, before you do it, though, I'm going to give the original one a 9 out of 10 trailer, and this year's one a 6.5 out of 10.
Right, okay. I don't do ratings, so you can take it for what it is.
Well, I give the original a 10, and this one a 4.
Wow. Joey, you being negative again.
So, let's move over to our good friends at...
No EU.
But don't, you're going to upset people we know.
I don't care.
Horror Night Nightmares, we've got Speculation Map version 3.5. So, new edition is the scare zones have now got pictures. We'll go through them in a minute. We now confirm that for the Cadillac symbol was Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. We've got 2 left. We've got the lantern, which I think most people realise it's now going to be Insidious.
Power cut.
Power cut, yeah. And we have the female symbol with the bride's hair.
So that could be Frankenstein himself just transitioning over to a woman.
Could be.
Because we're in the modern era.
Let's go to the scare zones. Right, we'll go up to the top We'll go to the very top of the map where I think it's New York. It looks like it's like a skull with a biker's helmet. So we might have a biker brigade out there again. That's all I can think of with that. Biker mice from Mars, maybe.
Sorry, I was trying to see if the QR code would work on my screen, but it won't. I wanted to see what it was about.
I think it just takes into his Twitters and stuff. I think.
Clever move. So where are we?
Yes,
biker mics.
Yeah, New York. It looks like skulls with a biker helmet.
It's going to be the living dead on bikes. Bikers from the living dead sort of thing.
It's going
to be
in a park that busy.
It's going to be Joe Biden on a bike, forgetting where he is. All right, I will make the next one about Trump. So don't worry, Biden fans. I'll get there to Trump as well. I've got the teddy bear figured out for Trump. Don't you worry about that.
So over in San Francisco, they call it still.
Yeah,
it looks like a teddy bear and an ABC.
That is going to be Trump holding his teddy bear, building the wall to stop the immigrants. I'm going to build this wall.
We're not cancelled after this episode. I don't know what's going to
happen. Mate, I have gone after both nut jobs, and you can't cancel people who don't believe in cancel culture, because cancel culture is stupid. I'm
not saying about that. I'm just saying this show might just never actually get deleted from every single podcast.
We might get thrown off of Apple, but Apple's crap anyway, so who cares?
Well, we're explicit anyway, so it's fine. We can get away with saying fucking shit like that. So, yeah. What do we think of a teddy bear?
Religion into it yet? Shall I bring religion in?
Oh, don't please.
I've got
I can't even think what this could be. I couldn't even think what this could be.
Because of
I know it's going to be something to do with toys. It's going to be something to do with toys, obviously. But
the toy shop comes alive. Toys come alive. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah. Chucky's back.
Could be a Chucky area.
Could be.
Could also be Winnie the Pooh. Not Winnie the Pooh. What's his name? Yeah. Is it Winnie the Pooh, the one they took the Mickey out of the two movies?
Yeah, it's Pooh Bear.
Yeah, it could be Pooh.
Could be. Who owns that?
Well, it's not Disney.
Well, it's a trademark for Winnie the Pooh, and Mickey Mouse has gone on it, so they can use it. Yeah. That's why there's that new film called the Cinderella's Curse or something.
That could be something. Yeah. That could be the Chucky's Toys Come Alive. What would make sense? Then the Peacock Bar could then have a Chucky.
Yeah. So maybe. Down in what do you call it now? Central Park. We've got a sombrero hat.
That is Jesus on vacation.
Sombrero.
Sombrero, is it?
Sombrero.
Sombrero. We know what I mean.
Sombrero. It's some sort of barrow. Go on, guys. I ain't got a clue.
Coco confirmed. Halloween Horror Nights.
I'll tell you what. That makes more sense that does make more sense about my Donald Trump idea with the teddy bear and the wall getting built with the lake in the middle. See, immigration. Joe's gone.
Joe's done.
There's going to be a lot of people who ain't going to talk to me ever again.
Yeah. Denmark have just scored.
Really? Is it 1-0 Denmark?
Yeah.
Go on, Denmark.
Euro 24, by the way, people.
Yeah. Fuck the Italians. Megan Horde. Potentially. I know, that's me. I was clapping my head off when the scored.
Anyway.
There's only 10 minutes left. Bloody hell.
Anyway, I know, we have to come back. We potentially got a Megan Horde in the bottom of Hollywood area. It's quite a big area, that, so it would make sense. Phil mentioned it on the last show, I think. It would be better if it was on a stage rather than it being a...
They've got the stage at Mel's Dying. Do it.
Yeah. Then in Hollywood, it looks like a potential... the Blumhouse scare zone.
Or the White
House. Which
makes
sense with Megan being there.
His house.
Yeah. Could be the White House. Could be very political. We don't know.
White House down the movie. Confirmed.
And then in, what did they call
Biden walking around out the front of it, confused.
Someone be holding his hand.
Shitting himself.
This is why we have me and Joe together, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I tried to move it on, but you keep bringing it back. And into Production Central, I have no idea what that is.
That looks. I don't know what the hell it is.
I don't know what it is, but
it looks like it looks like a sort of Ben 10 sort of thing.
But it is here. If you look on the end of the video, it's the eye at top of the arch.
Well, there's your answer then. It's that. It's the arch monster.
Could be, but that's.
It's the eye of Universal Studios.
Yeah. So I noticed. I just noticed that earlier on. So, yeah.
I'm so glad Simon's the serious one on the show.
Well, someone has to be, don't we? So we're talking 3 hours of absolute.
Hey, look,
bullshit.
that long one we had literally said they love our banner. I'm not sure they love it anymore.
No.
No, but going back to the White House with Joe Biden, that could also be Donald Trump because it's got orange around it, and orange, he does a good fake tan.
I can't even pull this back anymore, can I?
And the next one to circle, that could be the Labour Party and the Conservatives, because it doesn't matter who anybody votes for next week, we're still fucked.
Yeah.
Well, that's the spec map for
I love we keep serious.
Nightmares. I'm trying to be.
Do you know what? I've got this figured out. I'm Clarkson. You're Hammond, Joe, and he's definitely James May. He's the more serious one. So next time you got to go up to a random lady and go, "Hello," like James May. Do you remember that episode? Yeah. He just ran hello. Hello. I just couldn't stop laughing. Sorry, people. I'm really taking us topic.
Well, we're not going to have time to start the next bit unless we start a new bit. So,
what's the next bit? What are we doing before I put an ad in here? What's the next bit going to be to keep people coming?
You said we were talking about Dark Universe.
Dark Universe, yes, guys. So I'm just going to put a bad ad. There you go. In here right now, and then we will be right back with you. And Joe will be more serious, not me.
No, I won't.
Okay, sorry, Joe. Okay.
Hi, it is Iscaro Soul. At this point, we like to say sorry for the bad jokes from Phil and Joe. But unfortunately, they have the minds of school children. We like to say they will get better, but we know that's never going to happen. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to the podcast for a few minutes. As you can see, it's me on my own, and me and Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo. Yes, Simon has disappeared. Thank God for that. We're just waiting for Joe to come back in as well. And I've just been paid by Joe Biden and Trump. And I can now say they are the greatest two choices in the world. And you couldn't do worse. So Biden and Trump, I support both of you. Thanks for sorting out my bank balance. And if you lot don't understand, that is called satire as well. Hello, Joe. Welcome back.
Hello.
We've got rid of Simon for a bit. So I think Simon must be in the toilet.
Scooby-Doo.
I'm still here. I've just been replaced.
Thank God for that. Good thing is we're actually recording, so this is brilliant. We've got rid of Simon, and it's now just me. It's just the Joe and Phil show now. So we're going to tell you Simon's political views. Simon is supporting.
He's a neo-Nazi.
Wow.
No, I'm not. I might not have the headphones on, but I didn't plug you first. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, this is definitely a really large podcast.
It's not really a neo-Nazi.
No, we have to explain to certain people because there is some people who literally need everything explained to them out there.
Americans.
By the way, if you're leave that alone. Because they're our audience. But Americans, I do want to say British humor is very dark and we rip the piss out of everything. Yeah. You could nuke us and we'd make a joke with our last breath. That's the way we are. We're not normal. Yeah. We're not normal in the head, the Brits. There's something wrong with us. No. Anyway, here's to Keir Starmer running the country down the toilet for the next 4 years, just like the Conservatives did for 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Have you got money?
Dark Universe.
I'm moving out of the country. It's what?
Yeah.
Gone, mate.
This is going to be the worst. Oh yeah, let's not get into it,
mate. The sheer fact is, the problem is a lot of people. Why Simon's getting Dark Universe ready, and I'm going to set up the share thing.
I've already got it ready.
Yeah. So the problem is, Labour are just pretty much to me now just a light Conservative party. So they're both as bad.
Only communists.
They're both as bad as each other these days, and we're kind of stuffed as a country. So here you go, America. You think you've got it bad? So have we. And I know there's going to be people. Quite frankly, I'm thinking about buying a little hut, living in the field in the middle of nowhere, and governing myself.
You still get taxed, and
I suppose we didn't get taxed for all that. Anyway, this has been a great party political rant podcast.
So, we've officially been given Dark Universe, which we thought we'd bring it onto here because Halloween Horror Nights is very monster heavy. So this land is going to be at Epic Universe, and I personally have not seen this full fly through yet. I've only watched a bit of it. So here we go.
Can't hear her. You got her on mute. Simon, we can't hear anything, mate. Joe, can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
Simon can't hear us. Yeah.
That's one of those stupid ones that's not gone through.
Simon, by the way, make sure you do the sound next time because we couldn't hear shite.
I did do it. I couldn't hear it on my end either.
I did do.
I did do. Anyway, try that one.
Hope this one works.
No, it's not playing at all now.
Oh, for God's sake. This would not be an episode without Simon with having the tech issues. It's a Simon trait.
Issues. It was working fine a minute ago.
Maybe it forgot.
Through the tulips.
Through the garden. Through the tree and tip. Through the window.
Well, keep yourself
Through the tulips. I didn't know that was a fella that sung that. I always thought it was a woman.
It could be a woman these days.
No, it's not. It's a dude.
No, don't worry.
Oh yeah. I know. That's where you're going.
I'll tell you what, Simon. To get it work, you might have to do some hoctur to it.
Yeah. No, I just restarted it.
Spin on that thing.
Universal Epic Universe is the next theme park for Universal Orlando Resort and will feature 5 astounding worlds that go beyond anything you've ever experienced before.
I only care about one.
In Dark Universe, you'll enter a foreboding world of unearthly legends and monstrous experiments.
To me, just nothing is more universal than the Universal monsters.
The legacy of Universal monsters is over 100 years old.
Getting to go into the Dark Universe and being able to be in a world in which those monsters are real is something that I have been looking forward to since I started with Epic Universe.
We made a place for the monster lovers. We made a place for the thrill seekers. In a way, this project I've been waiting for my whole life.
As our guests approach the portal, there's a spire that's crackling with electricity. This is how the dark energy is gathered.
And we're going to see the electricity pulsating through the land and connecting at the top of this manor.
To a new world of gods and monsters.
Dark Universe is inspired by all the Universal monster films. In our world, all the Universal monster stories have happened, and Darkmoor is the result of that. It's the consequence.
Every inch of Dark Universe tells a story. You can believe that monsters are real and it's all happening right here.
There are layers of intenseness, of scariness in Dark Universe.
We kind of toe that line of being family friendly, but we can also be PG-13.
Works on like a Yeti.
Roaming the land, we have some monsters that kind of move around, and then some other characters that help connect you to these stories. You can actually have yourself made up to look like a monster and then go out into a monster world.
Das Steakhouse is a restaurant that's operated by the familiars of vampires.
It's centered around the story of Dracula and vampires themselves.
As you enter as a guest, you're going to get fed, and you might be scoped up by vampires.
We will have steaks, on steaks.
We're creating entertainment for families, and we're creating entertainment for those who want to conquer their fears.
Curse of the Werewolf follows the same story arc as our classic film, The Wolfman.
It takes place in an area that's really been taken over and inhabited by our mystics.
And you see here the new Maleva. And Maleva gives you bad news that you bear the curse of the werewolf. You're immediately put in a wagon and sent out into the woods. This is an incredibly thrilling, family-friendly spinning coaster.
It's absolutely going to be fun. I can't wait.
The Burning Windmill is a classic part of Universal Monster lore. And so when we created the Dark Universe, we knew that we had to create a burning windmill.
There's the windmill right in front of you, and suddenly it bursts into flames. Inside the burning blade is a wonderful little tavern, and this is the place where the hounds are the monster hunters. You'll hear some tales, and their trophies are scattered about.
That goes off every 20 minutes, it goes on fire. That's actually
Monsters Unchained is going to be the most amazing monster ride ever built.
We've never opened these doors to Frankenstein Manor.
The thrills of the attraction, the chance to meet all of our classic monsters in a new and exciting way.
Inside Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, you're going to see things that defy what you know of as a theme park attraction.
There's a new resident in Manor, and her name's Victoria Frankenstein.
Victoria Frankenstein is the great-great-granddaughter of Henry Frankenstein. You don't know if Dr. Victoria is good or bad, but she does want to bring good to the name Frankenstein again.
Every night inside the manor, Victoria is conducting these experiments.
You're going to see that she's captured all of the Universal monsters and wanting to control them. Dracula's got other plans.
Monsters Unchained has the most technologically advanced animated figures that have ever been built. They are visceral, they are powerful, they are intense.
The technology we are using is cutting edge.
We literally use every technology I could possibly think of. And then we realized we needed to invent new technology. Imagine what could happen in a Monsters ride when there's a sense of touch. You'll literally be able to feel characters breathing.
You want to ride this ride as almost a badge of honor that I can do one of the scariest rides that we've created.
We've created some of the most amazing attractions of all time, and we're raising the bar again.
I think this universe is going to make the next generation fall in love with the monsters.
To me, Dark Universe is about acceptance. A lot of these monsters, they're the outsiders. They're the ones that are looking for a connection. Dark Universe is for everybody. It's a place where these iconic stories and characters come to life. And for the first time ever, you are a part of it. It's the place that you've been waiting for almost 100 years.
The monsters are indeed alive, and we can't wait to see your reactions as you come face to face with all of them at Universal Epic Universe.
There we go.
It looks amazing.
That was longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought I would just fly through. I didn't realise it was an actual bit. Anyway.
What she said to me last night. It's not good enough for what it's going to be.
But yeah, if you're going to find me anywhere, you'll find me in the Burning Tavern.
Yeah.
That's where I'll be most of the time.
Well,
and if the lights actually do work like they said they're going to do, it goes up Frankenstein's Manor. We'll see. It's coming on though.
Frankly, not one land even looks as good as Dark Universe. I know you Mario fans out there, that's fine. The Train Your Dragon I couldn't really care about. We've got so much Potter, it's still Potter on the long run. This looks like, wow. This is what we always wanted from Disney with a new theme park.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So
sorry, I'm just looking through something. Yeah, but I'm excited for it. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, it's going to be because as I said, the windmill apparently every 20 minutes it goes on fire like the dragon in Potterland. So
yeah,
that's
going
going to be
to
interesting.
do it. It's got to be gas, and it's.
Well, I'm hoping it's gas or something like, because if it's anything like the one at Wickham and at Alton Towers, it's a production of screens and fire, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't seem to work at all. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
It's probably the most serious we've been because we're actually looking forward to it.
That park is going to be so busy for the first.
And that is a good
2 years.
segue. It's going to be a good segue because soon we are bringing what used to be the Epic Florida project back with me and Simon. Soon coming is Universal Studios Worldwide, where we're going to be talking all theme parks in Orlando, Hollywood news, and hopefully soon we'll get some news, and it does go ahead, the UK park. So especially being in the UK, if the UK one happens, how good's that we will literally be able to report, go there, do stuff. It will feel like the Americans, and we'll get HHN UK.
Yeah, like I said, as it stands at the moment, the land's been bought. They've sent off a press release to all the people in the area. They've done 4 meetings, I think, with locals. It's just about waiting to get one of our governments to sign it off.
They've even started clearing land.
Yeah, well, they can do whatever they want with the land and clearing wise, but they can't actually do anything until planning permission goes in. And from what we're hearing, the locals are fine with it. The government are fine with it, and it's going to create 51 point some billion pounds in the first 20 years into the UK economy, and 14.1 billion pound in tax for the tax man. 40 million pound for
That's all the government care about.
Exactly. So they don't have to worry. And it will create 8,000 new jobs.
Well, yeah, me and Simon had this job as well with the UK one. They're going to need the train station, but I think we'll save all that for Universal Studios Worldwide. It's already out there because we've got all the Epic Florida projects, old episodes still on there. So just sign up to that now. Universal Studios Worldwide is called, and we should have hopefully the first episode out in August. So there's a little spoiler for you. So we're not going to go further into the UK park and anything like that. That sort of stuff will be brought up on that show.
Yes. I think that's it, boys, isn't it? I teased it last time, but see if we can see it a bit better now. There we go.
No, you just have blur cameras.
Yeah. Finding the right one. But we do have little badges for people for Halloween Horror Nights. Our little logo. So if you see us at Halloween Horror Nights, we'll say hello. And we have some.
If you see Joe, he said he'll buy you a beer.
I will buy you a beer. If you come and say hello to me, I will buy you a beer.
There you go.
But there's two, and if you want
$10,
if you want Simon to buy you a beer, you've got to subscribe to Phil G Travel on YouTube and prove it to him.
Oh, you have to subscribe to this channel.
If you see any of us, come and say hello to us.
Yeah, come on. We are approachable. We're not superstars.
Unless I'm sitting on the bog. Then it's going to be a bit weird.
That's fine. That doesn't bother me if I'm on the bog.
Well, it's American toilets. You can get underneath them anyway. So.
Yeah, they can see through the gap in the door anyway.
Yeah. Hello, what are you doing? What's it look like?
I'm dropping a toilet.
Well, I mean, you boys are there in September, aren't you?
We certainly are.
Yeah,
and I'm there.
So, like I say, we'll have the badges with us in September, and I'll send them over to Joe. But
badges and
if there's any left. There's only, it's limited. That's it. That's all we've got. If you want one, get one.
They're free.
Yes, they are free. We're not charging.
So $20
with
for our
with that being said, if you could subscribe, comment on this episode on YouTube, hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at HHE Pod and at HHE Pod 1 on TikTok. You know what I'm like with these fucking
It's
stupid
no
stuff
good
to
for
me.
stuff.
I
I
hate
can
the
just blur
things.
it. Also, he never explains us why we need the likes on YouTube. Likes help and comments help the algorithm, what pushes the podcast out more on YouTube. And the same on any podcast app that has a review system. Give us a great review. It pushes us out further to more people.
That's like saying you watching you say algorithm.
Well, you just said it bad as well, so don't worry about it.
I know. That's why I don't usually say it. That's why I let you say it.
You want to understand what? Yeah, in all fairness, Simon wouldn't have to say he's too busy paying on bloody trains. Ticket, please. Work.
Yep.
Fucking work, you lazy
Work.
bastards. Strike every fucking 3 weeks.
No, that's the drivers.
Oh, Craig, shots fired. Did you hear that, Craig?
It's the drivers. It's the drivers. We've got a deal. We've got ours. It's drivers on strike.
Oh, wow. See, wow. Shots fired.
Anyway.
Yeah, they want another 50 grand a year.
No, the only one. What is it? 5%? No strings.
Joe's come out shots firing tonight. At least I won't be the most hated one now.
I don't care. I love you, Craig.
Anyway, right. From me, it's
final.
going to be the usual tatty bye-bye because I can't steal Joe's because he's here today. From Phil.
It's good night, sweet screams.
You're flat, isn't
No, go on, Joe. Go on, Joe. Say it properly.
Good night and sweet screams.
Bye.
And don't forget, in the UK, vote July the 4th, otherwise known as American Treason Day. Be epic.
Oh, if we weren't cancelled, we're definitely going to be now.
I love you, America. You know, if you've listened to us long enough, you know I'm a wind up. Anyway, goodbye, sweet dreams, all that, and HHN's very close. Oh, before I quickly go, still hasn't sold out that one night ticket thing for HHN.
Never will.
Yeah.
Love you long time.
Turn the fucking thing on.
This is the longest outro in history.